Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre.
As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog, including the latest bestsellers and new releases.
Audible is the destination for thrilling audio entertainment with next listen recommendations to habituate every type of thriller listener.
The time is now more than ever to embrace the breathtaking, sinister, and shocking tales that have enthralled you, especially with brand new exclusive thrillers from best-selling authors who are guaranteed to keep you gripped.
So, Ronnie, I recently downloaded Squeeze Me by Carl Hyacin, mainly because it shows a martini glass with a snake tail wrapped around it. I mean, what else needs to be said? And I am very excited to listen to it later today.
New members can try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/Crappens or text Crappens to 500-500. That's audible.com/Crappens or text Crappens to 500-500. Do you struggle trying to reach those corner lashes when applying mascara? L'Oreal Paris' new Panorama Mascara catches every lash for corner-to-corner volume.
Your sister has been using this, right?
She loves it. Yes, they sent me some, and I gave it to my sister and my nieces. And actually, I looked at, I saw my niece the other day and was like, your eyelashes, is that the new mascara? She's like, yes, look at them. They were like fanned out. I mean, this is a great product.
You can buy Panorama Mascara on Amazon today.
Want to see life in panorama with fully fanned out lashes? Now you can with L'Oreal Paris Panorama Mascara that creates corner-to-corner panoramic lash volume.
Welding instructor Alex DeClaire knows firsthand how VR training platforms like ForgeFX can help meet the demand for skilled workers.
Anywhere you go look, there's going to be a shortage of welders.
VR training can help welding students learn the skills they need to begin and advance in their career.
The beauty of virtual reality is it simulates that exact muscle memory that they need.
Explore more stories like Alex's at meta.com/metaverseimpact.
Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens? Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens?
The Crappy Hour. I'm Ronnie.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Good. So everybody, this is our live bi-weekly Bravo Goss show, Bravo News and Goss. So, what say you, Ben? What you want to talk about today? You're very handsome in your glasses over there.
Thank you. My reading glasses, these come from a very exclusive boutique called Target on Sunset and Western. That's the Target where I got yelled at in the parking lot. So that's what I went through to get these. I got yelled at to get these. But everything is good.
Ben got gay bashed while he was getting those glasses, by the way.
I was gay bashed. These glasses, I went through the worst time of my life to get these readers. But I don't know. I mean, things are good. I'm back from New York. I had a really fun time there. I did get to go to Chicago musical. I saw Ariana perform. She did a really good job. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anyone. I can't imagine anyone from Bravo doing as good of a job as Ariana on Chicago. I mean, she can dance. She can sing. She's a triple threat. And she was, and she was acting. She did the whole thing very well. Like I never saw.
She can also threaten you, which is crazy. Threaten. I'm watching the Vanderpump Rules screener, and she can actually threaten as well, which I believe makes her a quadruple threat.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird because before she came on stage, she actually stopped all that jazz and was like, "If anyone here is following Tom Sandoval, you have to leave this theater." And I was like,
"You're fucking dead to me."
I was like, that was a really strange breaking of the fourth wall. Actually, so it was really fun. She honestly, she did a really great job. I never saw any of the other Bravo people like Candy or Erica or Lisa Rinna on Chicago. So I would have loved to have been able to compare and contrast and be like, she was the best or she was second best, because I love ranking things. But
R.I.P. Well, R.I.P. I wish I could compare everybody against Mary Lou Henner, which is who I saw play the role in Las Vegas a long time ago.
Was she Velma or was she what's her face?
No, Roxy? They're all Roxy. All the stunt castings are Roxy. Yeah, they don't just let anybody off the street play Velma. That's why the Velma in there's been on there for 30 years or whatever. They're not getting rid of her.
Velma was great. And the actress who played Mama, when she was doing, like at the end of her Big Mama song, she was doing these runs that were outrageous. She was like,
elevating the Mama role. Love it.
Yes, I did get into
People are asking if Countess Luann did that show. Absolutely not. She did not. But it was rumored that she was asked. But I think that she started the rumor, right?
That when Luann was like sort of at peak popularity, I mean, she sort of has been at peak, but like when her cabaret thing was really blowing up, she was like, well, I'm not supposed to say anything, but word on the street is I'm joining Chicago, but you didn't hear it from me. And then the producers were like, no, we're not. No, she's not part of this at all. But
they were like, yeah, no, that's absolutely not happening.
I was in the second act was ruined for me a little bit because there were 4 senior citizens in front of me that got drunk and they started to talk. And so like it was really bad. So of course, you know me, I'm not afraid to let out my shusher. And so I was like, shh. And then that didn't work. So then I was like, shh. But by me doing that, I empowered the 2 women next to me who were, I think, probably from like the Bronx or Long Island to start shushing the 2 old people that were in front of them. And so then, but their shushes were very like, we're New Yorkers and we're shushing you. So they start going, shh. And then one lady goes, excuse me, would you please stop talking right now? We're trying to watch this show. We're trying to watch Ariana. And these old people just looked at us like we're crazy. And then the people in front of me, so there was like 2 in front of me and 2 in front of the people next to me. So they were handling those 2. So they were just kept on talking. And so every time I shushed, they would just keep talking. They were like talking Russian or something. So then I like tapped the lady in front of me on the shoulder, which I probably should not have done because like you can't put a finger on someone, but I tapped her on the shoulder and I go, shh. And so her husband turned around and scowled at me. He just stared. And so when he stared at me, I then put my finger up. I went, shh. I put it to my face like, don't stare at me like I'm doing something wrong. You're the one talking. Like I paid a few $100s for these tickets and I'm in the second to last row. I paid a lot of money for a shitty seat. And you're
not a great theater kid. I'll tell you this much because your answer should have been, she had it coming.
But this guy's he's gonna try to stare me down when he's the one ruining it, as if I'm the one doing something wrong. So then, of course, I was
remember that time those ladies talked through our whole show and we kept telling them to be quiet. And finally, I was like, take them to the back. Like I yelled at them and tried to get I didn't even kick them out. I just had them move to the back. And then they stayed after and waited until they were last in the line and then sobbed.
Confronted us.
And we had to like sit there and comfort them. I was like, I have to comfort you? You little fuckers. You get out of here.
Yeah, and so I was basically, this all happened, and I basically couldn't even pay attention to give him the old razzle dazzle because the entire time I was thinking like, that was great. I shushed him, but then I was also like, now what happens afterwards? If he says something, is he going to try to say something, or what's the end?
You push a fucker down the stairs. That's what you do. Listen, that's why people beat up senior citizens so much. Okay, we're frail. We're very, very frail.
But then I grew to enjoy them.
Push him down and hope he doesn't drink his milk.
I grew to enjoy them because they were really drunk. And the old lady was like, she just was like talking back to the screen, essentially. Because at one point, there's one part in the second act where I think Ariana goes, a boom. And the old lady goes, a boom. And I was like, that was kind of, you know what? She's having a great time. Why am I so fussy right now? Let's all have a good time. That was my
okay. Well, you heard it here first. The review of Ariana in Chicago is that Ben yelled at an old person. So I can't wait till they put that on the fucking poster.
I'm like, I have a job to do here. I have to report back to the podcast. And if you're talking, I cannot be experiencing the full Ariana experience as Roxy. So,
all right. So what else is happening? Let's see. So we all heard the news that this network does not learn its lesson. Now we all know that because look how long they kept a lot of these. Look how many people they're bringing back from cancellation and how long they've kept some of these people employed. Now, this one's pretty egregious, I think. They are bringing back the Real Housewives of New York reboot, which great. I mean, I think everything deserves at least 2 seasons.
I agree. But
they are changing nothing. They're changing nothing.
Nothing.
They're bringing back everybody. They're even bringing back Sai.
Yeah.
They're bringing back Sai, and they showed some kind of like trailer, something with Sai eating. She's just eating and looking at everybody. Like, that's still going to be her thing. She's going to be eating as her personality. And then they announced that Jenna will not have to talk about her relationship. So I get another season of Jenna fucking crying about her fucking eyelashes. You kidding me? Come on, Bravo. Learn a lesson, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, by the way, Nikki Tan, thank you. I knew there was a piece of information we had to talk about. Have we talked about Karen's DUI? We should talk about that. But anyway... we talked about it on Potomac. Oh, we did talk about it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think that like the fact that there's like no changes whatsoever, that's just wild. Because like, okay, I know Jenna is like a marquee figure because she's already famous and she's kooky and she's stylish. And I think Bravo's just excited that like she's part of the franchise. But I don't get why Sai is there. I don't get why Sai is back. I will be open. I really am going to be open to season 2 because I know like they probably have learned some lessons. I think I think hopefully they're hungry to like make a splash. But, yeah, how do you have the exact same guess? And then that stupid promo where they're all on the phone, they go, "Hi, is it there? It's there. It's there. It's there. It's there. Roni, it's there." I'm like, get the fuck off my screen with this.
What does that
tagline.
mean?
I don't know.
Is that slang? It's there?
I think it's supposed to be like...
They should have been... I like when they use really
there?
old slang. Like, remember when Kyle learned how to say on fleek? I think it should be like that. They should just be like, not it's there. Not it's there. Not it's there. Like, what does it mean? Our Real Housewives of New York. It's there. We're that girl. Are you that girl? Are you that girl? We're that girl.
I think they're trying to make a thing happen. I mean, is it their way of saying like, is it there? Is the cast there yet? Did they like, you know, when people say like, it's not quite there yet. So now they're like, it's there.
It says it's a reference to the Tribeca scene. It was a reference to the Tribeca scene.
Well, I like that
it's
they're
based on the
referencing
conversation between Jess and Aaron about Tribeca. Guys, if that's your most iconic scene, that's sad. That's what I'm saying.
Tribeca
is there. Okay, everybody. Thank you for telling us.
I just think
that's really sad that we need audience members to tell us what that's referencing. That's how much we love the first season. Okay, we write 20 pages of notes per episode, and we still didn't know what the hell.
I know, meant. But it was also very much like that promo was very much like Roni because you have Jenna being like, is it there? It's there. And you have Jessica being like, is it there by the Montessori school? And then you have frickin' Bryn who's like, it's there. Just a little bit closer. There.
Okay, so that's that. A lot of people in here are saying, did we watch Vanderpump Villa? I did not. I didn't know that it even started. And we've got
today.
so much to cover.
It's
one of those things I don't want to watch until we cover it, or unless we're going to cover it, because I feel like I watch those shows and then we're like, oh, we should cover that, and it's 4 weeks later, and then I have to watch it again, and I'm not watching that twice. I'll tell you that right goddamn now.
I'm not. Yeah, it literally premiered today, so we have not had a single moment to watch. I mean, we did have some time. We could have watched it, but I cooked lentils instead. I felt like that was better for me. Also, like, I don't know if I can handle 2 Lisa Vanderpump centric shows at the same time. That's like a lot of florals.
I love Lisa Vanderpump. What are you turning?
One at a time. One at a time. You know, I need one Lisa at a time.
I need all Lisa Vanderpump all day long. I don't care. I want her to star in Grey's Anatomy. I'll watch that shit.
I'll tell you one thing. I've been hearing from a lot of people, and I meant to do this, and I just didn't get around to it. A lot of people are saying, yes, season 1 of Buying Beverly Hills was total trash. It was an awful show, but apparently season 2, it's there.
No.
Apparently season 2,
it's there.
It's there. No. Everyone is losing themselves over season 2.
No, I have not read anybody losing themselves. I'm not giving you that. I refuse. I'm bitter about that show. I hate that show's guts. I hope it dies. And those daughters are annoying as fuck. I know we're not supposed to come against the children.
Those not children
annoy
anymore,
me, okay?
Except for
I can't
Porsha.
listen to them talk. They all do they do the Kardashian thing, but it's their own brand, you know, where they're like, you know, if we're going to be a powerful family, we should have our own stupid voice trademark. And so they all do the Kyle, you know, like the kind of like, I can't believe you would treat me like that. I am losing first. I can't listen to it. I'm sorry. I can't watch it. I will not.
I will take one for the team. And later this week, I will aspire to watch some of it.
I'm not, but I would love to watch Vanderpump Villa at some point. Come on, please.
What?
Danny.
Oh, I don't know. It's off. Let's think. Well, we could also trade notes. You can watch Vanderpump Villa. I can watch Buying Beverly Hills, and then we can have like it's like murder, like My Favorite Murder, where there's like, hey, do you want to hear about this murder? You can be like, hey, do you want to hear about
No, I
this
want you to enjoy the murder with me. I don't want to just tell you about the death and destruction.
What do the people think? What do the people think? Vanderpump Villa.
They're all saying yes, of course. They want to watch it.
They want
okay,
Vanderpump Villa.
so they're saying, agree with Ronnie. I agree with Ronnie. Oh my God. It's overwhelming. They're just flooding in. Like, I agree with Ronnie. They literally never do. So what are you talking about? Okay. So what else happened? So Jeremy made a comment recently about his sister, Ariana, on some podcast. What was it? He was on something.
I don't know where it was, but he said something about.
Yeah, he was on something saying something. Isn't this a good gossip show, guys? This is why we don't do this every day. So basically, he was saying that he hasn't talked to his sister, and if she doesn't talk to him, then he's going to have some things to say about her, and basically getting a little thready. And this guy's a thirst bomb. He announced he had his engagement party at Jax's Studio City, if that tells you anything about this kid. So this is an Us Weekly article where he addresses it. He says, why I haven't been talking to my sister and Scandival are two totally separate things. Jeremy exclusively told Us Weekly. I just want to clarify that I haven't talked to my sister due to me having to stand up for my fiance.
His fiance?
That guy found somebody to marry him?
Is this picture?
Good Lord.
That's not Ariana. I thought that was Is that Ariana? No. In this picture? In the picture that you put on, that's Ariana?
Yeah. Standing with him?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I think that's at the engagement. That's at James's engagement party and wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he cited interactions between Ariana and his fiance Rachel. Okay, well maybe don't marry someone named Rachel.
Yeah, how
what
about
do you
that?
expect?
Work on the branding of your fiance.
Seriously?
Okay? I would love to know what happened, why there was this, like, I feel like this is when your sister needs you the most, and like, or like your sister is rising up and you're going to have a falling out with her. We have to assume it was Jeremy's fault, right? Because he's the one who already got into everyone's bad graces based on that wedding story he had famously. So I already assume this is Jeremy's fault.
Yeah, I assume it's Jeremy's fault too. Also because he says things like this. There have been some small microaggressive gestures. Oh, really? There were microaggressions, really, Jeremy? We're going to go there.
Wow. It's about time someone stood up for the microaggressions that a straight white male with blonde hair has to suffer.
Yeah. So that's him. I hope they don't make up. He's like, I reached out to her in December saying, I love you so much. I'd love to talk to you soon. And then she never opened it or responded. So... shrug. Wow. I tried. By the way, it looks like he's marrying his mother. No offense, but this looks, I don't know. It looks like he's marrying James's mother. There's a picture of this.
Oh yeah, I see. She's got she sort of looks like a mixture between Bethany Frankel and Jules Weinstein.
You're right. That is there. She's a mashup face of those two, and he looks like he looks like he's proposing in a tent city. There, I'm going to say that about Jeremy. So
is he standing?
He doesn't look like he's doing great. I'm just going to say that.
Is he standing in front of a vase of baguettes in that one picture?
That would actually make me like him. And you're right. I approve of his wedding. I hope these kids are happy for the rest of their lives. They are posing in front of a vase of baguettes. So
I didn't even know that was possible.
I'm the ultimate flip flopper. Okay. No matter if it's Ariana and whoever, the choice is bread. The winner is bread.
Like, I'm going to need a photo of you and Dan in front of some sort of like stack of croissants or Danishes or I don't know, just a loaf of some sort in order to move the needle back. This pendulum has to swing.
Our Simone says microaggressions, that's called having siblings. That's how we communicate. Thank you.
That's exactly right.
I went on a family trip this weekend to Arkansas with my nieces and my sisters and my mom and my dad, and we all stayed in a big rental house together. And, at one point my niece said, "My mom said you're being mean to her." And I said, "That's because I'm her brother, and it's not called being mean. It's called being her brother. So stay out of my fucking business." How about that? Jesus. It's like these kids have never learned how to love their siblings before.
Yeah. Wow. Speaking of Ariana, she is, I'm sure everyone has heard by now, but she was announced to be the new host for Love Island USA, which I'm just happy about this. Mainly because Sarah Hyland was so god awful at it. I don't know how she was cast in the first place. She was so awkward and strange and uncomfortable, I felt, on that show. It made it actually me not want to watch the show. So
Isn't that her vibe though? Isn't it like the girl say. And I think she has love because she's with the guy from The Bachelor, the bartender from Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh right.
Yeah. Not Wes. What is his name? I forget his name. God, I used to recap that show. Anyway, him. She's with him, I think, still. Sarah Hyland, but she's got some like an autoimmune disease or something. And
gosh.
I don't know. She's just like got that vibe. Like she has a lot of being tired and stuff like that. I read a big article where she was talking about like, the effects of this, which obviously I'm not going to make fun of that. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying like she has kind of the vibe of the girl who's staying inside while she's talking about a show of people who are always outside. And that's always kind of made me like her because I really like that in a host, someone who just refuses to participate. It's like, here's a show about a beach. I'm going to stay here inside and just watch everybody run around in bikinis. Then announce who's getting sent home because they're not hot enough.
I think Ariana could be a really interesting choice because Ariana will be like, I'm going to need all the girls to stand up here and the boys are going to choose who they'd like to couple up with. And before you do this, I just want to remind everyone that you guys are all probably lying to each other and there's no such thing as real love. And check back with me in 10 years when you find out that this guy's a fucking cheater. Okay, now who wants to fall in love?
Yeah. But maybe that's what it needs. I don't watch that show. But I support it. Get your check. She bought a $1.6 million home. So
whoa.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
Hungry Root is your partner in healthy living. It's the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality groceries and simple, healthy recipes delivered to your door.
Take a fun short quiz, and Hungry Root will get to know your personal health goals, what you like to eat, the kitchen appliances you use, and more. And then they'll build you a personalized cart with all your grocery needs for the week and give you delicious recipe recommendations to put those groceries to good use.
Hungry Root will recommend recipes and groceries based on your personal taste, but each order is fully customizable. I really enjoyed actually doing that quiz. I really felt like something was being customized to my needs and my wants. And the box that came for me, I got so many really helpful meals and also snacks. I can't tell you how many times I was starving in the middle of the day and I was like, oh my goodness, I actually have a snack that I can reach for, including a stroopwafel, by the way.
Everything from Hungry Root follows a simple standard. It's got to taste good, be quick to make, and contain whole, trusted ingredients.
Right now, Hungry Root is offering Watch What Crappens listeners 40% off your first delivery and free veggies for life.
Just go to hungryroot.com/crappens to get 40% off your first delivery and get your free veggies.
That's hungryroot.com/crappens. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you.
CarMax is putting peace of mind back in car shopping by putting you in the driver's seat to find a ride that's right for you. Because at CarMax, we believe you shouldn't just settle for a car. You should love your car. That's why every car we sell is CarMax certified quality, so you can be sure with upfront pricing that's the same for every customer. So don't settle. Find love at first drive and start shopping now at CarMax.com. CarMax, the way car buying should be.
So what else is on here?
Well, let's talk. You want to talk a little bit of Beverly Hills stuff? Some Beverly Hills.
Sure.
Beverly Hills and Beverly Hills adjacent stuff, pun intended. First of all, Beverly Hills, the latest season of Beverly Hills was like their highest rated season ever, which is sort of surprising, but I guess
that's crazy. I don't believe it.
Yeah, all their housewives posted it on their grams. They were very proud. And then there was this like,
but are you sure it wasn't like, hey, This is our highest rated season since COVID on Sundays between Tuesday and Friday. You know how they do that sometimes? They're like, like Real Housewives of New York. They announced Real Housewives of New York's premiere was the highest rated episode in 2 years. I was like, oh, wow.
Across all
higher than the COVID season? That's crazy. I can't believe that.
Well, either way, they're all boasting about how well it did, probably in part because there were rumors about Kyle. And so a few days ago, Kyle Richards, here she goes again. She posts, save a horse, ride a cowboy, or something like that.
Ride a cowgirl.
Cowgirl.
Save a horse, ride a cowgirl. She posted on Morgan's
thing.
Instagram, just gay baiting, just some more gay baiting. Kyle, who's also been all over Amazon Live, her new fucking spot where she goes to complain about things on Amazon of all places. Is nothing holy? Do I have to listen to Kyle bitch on fucking Amazon? That's my safe space.
I know.
But she goes on there and she's like, the cast was just inhumane to me. They were just inhumane. Like asking about my marriage. I mean, that was subhuman behavior. And then 2 days later or whatever, she's like, ride a cowgirl.
Yeah.
Like, were you not getting enough attention today, Kyle? Because that's something that's not included on Prime, Kyle.
Yeah, she really, again, I think that this should be something that we're all celebrating. We should all be like, yay, Kyle is living her best lesbian life right now. She's finally getting to be her real self. She's in love. But the fact that she is, again, at best queer baiting and at worst just sort of hiding like her real life, despite being the champion of being open and honest. It's just very,
you know what's even worse than queer baiting? Queer boring. Okay. You're pulling all queer people into your boringness, you know, and now when people meet me and they don't know any other gay people, they think, God, gay people are real bitches. And that's the disservice that I do to the gay community. Once they don't know any gay people and they see you, they just assume we're all boring, which is worse, Kyle. Okay. Just get out of here. You're not invited to our table. Out.
Yeah. When people meet me, they're like, wow, gay people have very long sentences that never end.
They're like, wow, gay people really have bad vision.
Wow, I didn't know gay people got so angry at older people, old Russians at theater.
Gay people are so mean to senior citizens.
Actually, I think that one is not just me. I think that's like gay. I think actually a gay thing is to shush people. But like, you know, like, shut up, you bitch. Shh.
Shut up, bitch. Okay. I do not yell at old people.
I will shush.
I mean, except ones that I'm related to, you know, and then I only yell because they can't hear me. And I say things like this: do you want to die alone, mother? You know, stuff like that. But just because she can't hear me as well.
Well, I just want to say, I only shush people who I feel like I could take in a fight. So old people it is.
I can't take an old person to a fight. They'll beat the shit out of me. They've been through wars and stuff.
Well, let's see how they deal with me frantically slapping while I squint my eyes closed.
Okay, so highest ratings, Kyle gay baiting, and Bette Midler made a tweet the other day saying something along the lines of, oh my God, is it too late to join Beverly Hills? I mean, to get paid for fighting? Count me in. You got to love Bette Midler with a current joke. Babe, it's year 13. Have you just heard of the Real Housewives, for Christ's sake? Do I want her on? Yes. I think she could be the new Dorinda, just getting sloppy and screaming at people for like littering on the freeway and shit.
She would be wonderful because she is too famous and too wealthy to actually give a shit about what any of these people say. That she would basically be like Rinna in Rinna's first season when Rinna came on to Beverly Hills. It was shocking. I remember at the time I was like, I can't believe they got Lisa Rinna because she was like an already established famous person who's on TV. This was before it became actually more normal for like established celebrities to come on to Beverly Hills. So it was like that first season, Rinna was just like, whatever, this is a job. I don't fucking care. Let me just make everyone mad. It'll be hilarious. But then of course she got sucked in. But I think Bette Midler could like do a season 1 Vanderpump, you know, where she's like, I'm just in such a different tier from these women. let's just fuck with them, you know?
Yeah. So there was a tweet today also, it wasn't Bravo by Gays. Guys, who is it from? The creamed corn thing. I have to read the comments here. So there was a tweet, like a spoiler tweet, and that's not a spoiler. What's wrong with me today? Okay, I can't think of anything. a blind tweet where it said, "This is not an April Fool's joke. There's a huge divorce coming in the Bravo world. And I'm not going to say who it is, but she loved serving her man creamed corn," or something like that. Now, I don't remember who served their man creamed corn, but
I don't think
I didn't
anyone
remember
touched cream corn on Bravo. That's like all the things that Bravo celebrities like to stay away from: carbs and creams.
yeah. But everyone's guessing it's Candy and Todd. I can't imagine that it's Candy because, of course, I started falling down that rabbit hole, and Candy is at Legoland right now with Todd. And I feel like she wouldn't take Todd to Legoland if she didn't love him, because where's a more place for Todd to be? I feel like that's the only place Todd can go and just feel at home. You know what I mean? He feels like tall and in charge. Fucking Legoland.
And he can also use it as a set for his new movie. He's like very quietly shooting something. It's like The Past Part 2. But like, is Drew Sidora having a secret lesbian affair? But like all the sets are Legos.
Wait, somebody said they're saying now it's Marge from Real Housewives of New Jersey.
That was my first
Marge
thought.
makes creamed corn?
That I can't tell you. But
I can't imagine Marge making creamed corn.
Well, you know, in the trailer, it looks like there's some issues. There's some problems.
Someone said there's something with Marge and creamed corn. Somebody screenshotted it. Dun, dun. Okay, Ben, talk. I'm going to search Marge creamed corn.
See, here's the thing. Like, I feel like the cream corn thing in a blind, if someone's going to drop that, it should be something like iconic that the person has done. I don't think any Bravo celebrity has done anything iconic with cream corn. Unless
Marge just had a screenshot.
Marge did it. Hey, Sassy.
Real Housewives.
Marge had a screenshot about cream corn. Well, I am concerned because when I saw that trailer, I was very concerned about Margaret going down that path. Joe is not happy. You know, Margaret has had a rough few years on the show, and maybe the roughness is coming from her being unhappy, but also, you know, one thing that was in the trailer, you know, Marge's Jan passed away, and then Joe says that Margaret hasn't been the same since Jan passed away. So maybe she's like, maybe she's going through it. Okay, so Sammy in the comments says Marge had a creamed corn recipe.
Oh, creamed corn creme brulee recipe, huh? Well, there you go. Who knew? Well, I hope that's not true. I mean, who's going to tell him what shirt to wear? That guy's going to be a damn mess.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about Joe and his seafoam shirts. Like, when will he know when to wear it? He'll probably do it all wrong.
Yeah. How is he going to match patterns? It's going to be crazy. Okay. What else is on here? Teddi versus Wendy was a fun one.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I just saw that. That's wild that if Teddi thinks she can take on Wendy.
Teddy's such a dummy.
Teddi. Talk about creamed corn. That is Teddi's brain.
Talk about creamed corn.
That is Teddi's. Like, Teddi does sort of look like creamed corn, right?
She's definitely got the personality of creamed corn. Okay.
Wait, is there something with Tamara and Eddie and creamed corn? Like, I just creamed all over my corn. Yeah, we have sex.
You can still make me cream my corn, batch. How much we're still in love. Okay, so Teddi Mellencamp. Okay, so Dr. Wendy posted a screenshot of her DMs, and it is Teddi saying, "Dr. Wendy, hope you're well. Your reunion performance should definitely be taught in Housewives 101. Laughy face. Would you be able to come on 2 T's in a Pod with me and Tamara next Tuesday, March 7th? We'd love to chat with you. Hi, I'm Teddi." And then Dr. Wendy posted that and said, "Got it. You at Teddi Mellencamp just wanted my attention. Hashtag hi Karen." And then like gives a waving hand. Hashtag RHOP.
Why? Wait, but why is Wendy? Is there a greater context to this? Why is Wendy?
Because Teddi and Tamara on their podcast, they were talking about the season finale, and Teddi was like, "Yeah, Wendy should be paused. They should pause they should put Wendy on pause or something." So Wendy went back to her DMs and got a DM of Teddi asking her to do the podcast, and she goes, "Oh, really? So you just wanted my attention? Hi, Karen.
I
Well,
don't
that
think
was a
that's
long
so
time
bad.
ago in Teddy's defense. This is how much
a
Wendy
season.
sucks sometimes. Sorry.
Listen,
this is
don't
how
make me
much Teddy sucks sometimes. I'm actually on Teddy's side on this one.
Yeah, I'm
and
on
that's
Teddy's
pretty
side about
bad,
that,
Wendy.
too.
That's not easy to get me on Teddy's side, Wendy.
It's like, Wendy, we just had to watch a season of you get into a fight about shrines. Okay. I think Teddy is in her right to say maybe Wendy should be on pause. I think like Teddy has earned that. Okay. So then Teddy's response is, "Hi, I'm Teddy. Got what? That I wanted you on our podcast before watching the season? Notice that's when the DMs stop. You would think with 4 degrees you would come up with something more original than Karen." It's actually not a bad clapback either, I have to say.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to stay on Teddy's side. It was a terrible visit. I hated being there for even a second. So fuck off, Wendy. And
You're in the land of cream
I think a
corn.
lot of people agree with that. Wendy could use a pause. She's half that cast could use a pause. Let's be honest.
Is it possible that Dorit and PK are cream corn? They kind of look like it. Like if you put them together in a bowl.
Wishes
they're
he
cream
had the
corn.
color of creamed corn. He could never. So that's my goal. All right. I've spent literal summers sleeping outside in Barbados in the summers, hoping for that color. Babe.
Babe, how about this, babe? Put me in a bowl with a lot of cream and then just dump the corn right on top of me. By the way, I just saw a commercial that is using Take My Breath Away, and it sounded like our impersonation of it. It was like, "Welcome to Pechanga Resort." And it was like, "Take my breath away." I forget what it was for.
Oh gosh. Okay, so how about we talk about some more Vanderpump Rules news?
Yeah, let's
I
do
have to
that.
hand it to Rachel. This girl really can just keep it going. I can't believe she is still making a podcast literally about cheating on somebody, and she just shows up every week and records it. Like she keeps finding new ways to talk about it. While still not doing this, I mean, I'm not saying she's great. I'm just saying, wow, she can keep talking, which to us is very impressive, you know? So, Fancy Drew posted today, Rachel's manager does not believe Ariana found out about the affair when his phone fell out of his pocket that night at Tom Tom. She shares her unpopular opinion on Rachel's podcast. So I listened to this clip. It's her manager. And she's like, "This is not going to be a popular opinion, but I don't really even care what people think. I think that Ariana didn't find out about this because of a dropped phone. I think if you have a partner and you think things feel sus, you look at your partner's phone. That's it. So she must have looked at her partner's phone, and then her saying that he dropped the phone, that is a huge lie. You heard it here first." Now, I don't know who this lady is or why she's yelling about this or what her point is supposed to be. So what if Ariana found out in a different way? I don't really understand like the accusation she's making, but she's yelling and she's going off. And I do know this much about her. She's a terrible manager because she's sitting here talking to Rachel on a podcast instead of Rachel being on the highest rated show on cable. So do better, manager. You suck.
Ma'am, it's time for you to go back to your shift at Soup Plantation. I don't know what's going on with you right now. For her to say, "Oh, like, okay, we saw the video of the night that Ariana found out." Right. And there was footage like an hour before of her at the event smiling and cheering. I guarantee that if she had seen this video ahead of time, she would not be at that event smiling and cheering. So this lady, whoever she is like, this is a bunk theory. It's also a stupid theory. It's also like, it's like who cares
doesn't
about
make sense.
this theory? Like, who cares?
Yeah, like
even if she's right, what does this move the needle on for anything?
Well, they're saying that I guess the point is, if I have to try and work it, like give some credence to this, it would be that she knew about it and she wanted it to be more dramatic for the show. So she pretended she found out about it while Rachel happened to be on Watch What Happens Live. And then it became more dramatic because she was with her to punch her in the face. I mean, I don't know.
This is a stretch.
The lengths that Rachel is going to make herself not the villain in this, not
It's
a
not
villain,
Rachel,
because
it's
she's not
Bethany.
the villain.
It's Bethany. Don't forget, Bethany is pulling the strings on this one. This is all I mean, Rachel's doing some strings, but like Bethany is still trying to advance the reality reckoning and take everyone down. And it's just a massive fail.
Brock commented and said he commented on the Instagram post. This was posted on Vanderpump Vanderpod recaps, Vanderpump Rules Pod, Craig over at Vanderpump Rules Pod. Hi, Craig. And he posted, damn, I would have thought by now Raquel would have gotten a better PR. But apparently her PR just wants to leverage her working relationship. For what, clout? Don't ever come for Adriana. No, don't ever come for Ariana in this situation, you callous C word.
Wow.
He number signed out the U in the end, but wow, he went there.
He did go there.
It's there, guys. Brock is there.
Guys, also, Brock's
there
combat
right
more exciting than almost all of the last season of Roni, to be honest. Can't wait to see Uba take another can of coconut milk.
Hashtag truth.
Hashtag truth. I mean, I just think that like, I just, the Rachel thing, she just needs to move on. Okay. This is not your healing. This is not your side of the story. You've told your side. It's out there. It's documented. Write a book. But you've changed being exploited by Tom to being exploited by Bethany. And now you're just have your manager on as your guest. I mean, what's next? Your building manager? Is it going to be like your Uber driver? Like who is next on this show?
She could. The Uber driver knew and didn't do anything to help Ariana, which makes Ariana guilty for me fucking her boyfriend.
I want to introduce everyone to Frenchie. She works at the Hallmark store, and I went there today, and she sold me a card, and I was like, "You want to come on the show?" And she said, "I don't know who you are, but sure, I'll be there." So here she is. Thanks, Frenchie.
Have you been following the Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff? First of all, Candy's out, which is crazy. So we talked about that, I think, last time. A bunch of people are out. Candy, Marlo,
Sonia.
Sonia. No, Sonia. And now Portia's back. Portia's in.
Right.
But, oh, man, Portia's life really blew up when she really signed
us now, right?
Maybe, but here's the headline. Simon demands Porsha Williams retain texts with mystery man Kelvin Owusu Ansah. As if the divorce battle wasn't messy enough, now we have a new character to the story. His name is Kelvin. You're probably wondering, who is that? Well, we're trying to figure out the same thing, says Reality T. According to Radal Online, the great French publication, Simon has demanded the courts to have Porsha retain her text messages with Kelvin, and he wants her to keep text messages from her sister and a woman named Karen McKinney, and her income and financial records. Listen, a man demanding that you keep a filing cabinet, that's a first for me. This man just wants organization. What he wants.
The temperature is really going up on this Kelvin person. Get it, darling. Kelvin. That's for my chemistry friends out there. A little Kelvin humor.
What is that?
It's
a Kelvin. I'm stupid. You can't make references like that to me. I'm like, what?
Kelvin is a unit of temperature. It's like Celsius or Fahrenheit, but Kelvin's like the OG. It's like 0 Kelvin is like the coldest. It like doesn't get any colder than 0 Kelvin. Like that's it. And everything else is sort of based off of Kelvin's kind of like the original. Kelvin's like the Lisa Vanderpump of temperature.
Wow. Okay. So Kelvin, is this insinuating that she cheated with Kelvin?
I guess so. There's always new people coming into Portia's stories.
Yeah, because while Simon leaves us all scratching our heads with his latest court filing, Porsha has accused him of violating their prenup. According to their agreement, he was supposed to vacate their home within 30 days of a divorce. But he's sent a cease and desist to those filming the next season, and he's saying that she can't film in the house and she can't film the kid or whatever, her family stuff in their house, plus demands she turns over passport, texts with producers, and much more. Wow.
And they're saying
Porsha Williams accuses estranged husband Simon of using the media amid divorce battle. Well, yes.
I mean, who would have thought?
What's it there for?
I know. Who would have thought? Saying like no one knows who Kelvin is, but there's an African sports broadcaster whose name matches the one in the court documents. So this is just like the men that have come in and out of Portia's life have been very fascinating over the years.
So if she's cheating with Kelvin, this is what happened with his previous wife, Phelan, right? Wasn't she sleeping with the pool boy or something?
Something like that, right? I don't know.
I think this is another kind of open relationship type of situation because that's happening a lot to this guy. I'm just trying to work it out in my mind.
All I have to say is I can't believe that Porsha and Simon weren't a forever couple, given their storied romance and how they got together. I don't know. I'm intrigued because last I heard, I thought that Porsha was getting back together with Dennis, but now that there's this potential Kelvin person in the mix, it's wild. And my fear is that she's not going to talk about any of it on the show. That's my thing. Is like if Portia's coming back to Atlanta, I want her to talk about all this stuff, and I want her to be like an open book. And I'm afraid she's not going to be open book at all.
Well, I guess time will tell. Just in case anyone's wondering how Leah's doing, she fucking loves OnlyFans. Okay.
Yeah.
She went on the Sophia with an F podcast and said she was initially hesitant to join the platform, but rapidly realized it was great for her. I fucking love OnlyFans, she said. This is great. It's a wonderful platform where people aren't censored. They don't have ads in their face constantly. They don't have negative algorithms pushing bullshit. I feel supported. I'm making money. I get to express myself. It's fun. I love it. I'm being creative on it. It's dope. 2 weeks later, suing OnlyFans for encouraging nudity.
This is a platform that is exploiting people. It's like, that's what it's going to be, right? Like, that's what's going to happen.
Yes, they're exploiting me.
Yeah. And also, did you hear about Bethany Frankel says she was punched on a New York City street in a random attack? Apparently in New York City, there's this a punching epidemic where people are just like going up and punching women on the street, which is horrific. And Bethany says that she was one of the people who was punched. Is that wild?
Yeah, that's crazy. What does she say?
So she said, this is insane because it happened to me a few months ago, but I was embarrassed to say it. And I was on the Upper West Side. Insane. I was taking video of a bakery. I'm sorry. That's not laughing at her getting punched. It's just very the setup is not what I was expecting.
100%, by the way, feel like you're trying to set me up with this story. So go ahead.
No.
To get that out there. I feel like communication's important.
No. So she says that that she was basically like punched while she was doing this, and that and then there were some people online who were like, oh, she's just trying to like hop onto this trend because like there are people going onto TikTok saying I was punched. But I don't know, I'm not going to actually question Bethany on that. I think that like she says I believe that Bethany was, and that's just absolutely
I believe Bethany would have been on her TikTok immediately going, oh my God, I just got punched. And so I tried to offer the makeup. And they said, I don't want your fucking used makeup. And I said, it's not used. Why do people keep calling it used? I opened it. So that's that, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to move over to the question and answer portion of this show. If you're listening to this on audio, love you. Come watch on Instagram Live, and we'll bring you up for a minute or so to talk it over. And otherwise, we thank you guys for being here. Bye. And thank you for being here with us on YouTube, everybody. Everybody on Instagram, stay tuned, and we will talk to you in a couple of Mondays, 5:30 Pacific.
Bye. Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Stroll in the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
She's never scary, it's the Green Fairy.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
She's the wind beneath our Jennifer Wing.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. We want to hang with Liz Lang. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides. We forever love Ava.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We
We love him madly. It's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender, the incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
She's the queen bee. It's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.